Today's a good day and kind of a sad day. It's a sad day because my Wise Maple spot welder gave up the ghost on me midway through my battery pack build for the 72 volt battery pack. But it's a good day because I got a replacement. So today we're looking at the foot pedal spot welder. It's a Doe Create, I'll leave a link in the description, spot welder. There's a couple of different ways you can go with a spot welder. You can go with something portable like this that can weld up to 0.15 millimeter welds, or you can get the more expensive $300 option or $400 or $500 or $600 options. I don't have a problem spending money on a product that works. So the issue that I had with the more expensive spot welders is that there were really amazing reviews and reviews that were just bagging on it so hard. And all of them only have a 90-day warranty. So I didn't want to spend $300, $400, $500 and only get 90 days of warranty for something. I want something that works. So it's going to be an unboxing and I guess not necessarily a review, more like a first impressions. So we got the leads. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, those are tiny. Look how small those are. One thing I heard is that it may not spot weld super well because of these fairly small copper leads. If I just get a longer copper lead, it will have more to grab onto. So that's interesting. So we'll keep an eye on that. Next we got the foot pedal. Fuel. There we go. Some type of plug. This is a 8.4 volt, 500 milliamp. I was actually looking for a lower voltage power supply. Oh, it even came with some welding equipment. Fancy. Got the LED light. It's not green. I'm not sure what that means. The instructions say power on, turn the knob. Welding, step 1 foot where the 2 soldering pins are placed in the nickel sheet. Keep red light flashing quickly 3 times. Try to avoid using it while charging. It's easy to damage the battery. Okay, so it has a battery. The voltage is at 7.99. I guess I'm supposed to use this when it's not charging. And we're just spot welding with a battery like we were before. So let's try and do a spot weld real quick. I'm gonna try a solder joint on, these are thick leads. There's a little delay when you press button pressed. There we go. So I think I just need to weld it on 10. That's okay. Like I can still pull them apart pretty easily. I'm just gonna have to spot weld it multiple times, I think. Gonna have to get used to this foot pedal thing. All right, so I did a couple of welds and I'm feeling pretty good about them. These leads get hot really quickly, just like my other one. I think it's just the way of smaller spot welding machines. Very good. Yeah, so far, look at these welds. Awesome. Better than my other spot welder, to be honest. My other spot welder, I was doing like 3 and 4 spot welds to make sure that I got it right. This one, I'm pretty satisfied. So it also has a charger. It plugs in right there to charge. I wonder if it'll tell you the voltage. 7.79, it's charging probably. Might go to 7.8. Maybe. I don't know how long it takes to charge. Anyway. So you can't use it while it's charging. I think it's pretty sweet. That's amazing. So this is like a nice little package for just a battery spot welder. I didn't realize it was a battery spot welder. I thought it actually had a capacitor in here, but it's not battery powered. It seems to be charging fairly quickly. It'll probably take a couple hours to charge, I imagine, once you get it all the way. So you won't be able to just blow through an entire battery with this. You will have to charge it a couple of times, at least from what I can tell so far. But just taking a look at my welds, between the welds that I did here and my previous welds with my maple, I really like these welds better. They seem to be better welds. I may even need to turn it down to 8. Some of these welds are pretty intense. That was my spot welder blowing up on my last one. Don't look at that. Anyway, it seems like a pretty good welder. I don't think you can go wrong with it, at least for the smaller batteries and stuff. I don't know how it's gonna do in the long term. I'm gonna finish this battery. I've got a lot to do with this battery still, so I have half the battery to go. It's been taking me some time to weld. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld up the rest of this battery just to see how it performs, and that'll kind of determine whether or not I want to keep it or not. My initial thoughts are very positive. So I finished up wiring up the rest of my 72-volt battery with it. That turned out pretty good. I really like how this actually welds. I talked about how I wanted to get some longer probes. I know you don't actually need longer probes to do good welds. In fact, I was turning down the power to like 6 or 7, depending on what you're welding to. If you're welding to a battery, the battery welds differently than if you're just welding to nickel-plated steel. So it kind of just depends what you're welding to and how much power you need. But for a 0.1 or 0.15, I think this would probably have enough power for it. The biggest issue that I have with this, and why I'm going to be returning it, is because of the size of the projects that I'm going to be using it for. So I'm not saying this is bad. In fact, I think this is probably one of the most cost-effective products you can get to get into spot welding. At its maximum power, I could keep a 0.1 nickel strip together, nickel to nickel. It actually welds nickel to nickel plated steel or to the battery much better than it welds nickel to nickel for some reason. I don't know why. One thing that I was a little confused about initially is that they do not want you to use this while it is plugged in. I don't know why that is. They say you might hurt the battery. I don't know why you'd hurt the battery doing that. Maybe it has an issue with the charging and discharging at the same time. I don't know. Seems like batteries are literally made for that, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.